ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Destroyer Gaming, back with Steel Division 2, and today we are going to be starting a new campaign, for the first time ever, fighting from the Russian side here. This is going to be a new series. It's going to be coming out every once in a while, probably pretty slowly right now because I'm in the middle of my university finals, so I probably shouldn't be doing this right now, but I can't stop myself. So we are going to be looking at the Army General here, the ORSHA campaign. I have finished every campaign here, up through Karelia as like the Axis side, but I wanted to try the Russians and try to kind of have some offensive operations going on, while I wait for the new update. I have been kind of waiting on doing Yasi and Tiraspol and the new like Thunder and the Baltics or whatever it is, the new DLC, because they're going to revamp the Army General, including adding the option for 5 battalions or 5 regiments instead of 3 to join a battle. So I would like to wait, and on top of that they're going to rework the anti-tank guns, which will make defense very different. So that's why I haven't come out with any more for Yasi or Tiraspol for a long time, even though I'd really love to go through the whole campaign. But we will just go ahead and just do ORSHA. We're going to play it as the Soviets, and this will probably be a shorter one because this is a relatively smaller map, which is hard, kind of unbelievable now when you look at how big the game has gotten. ORSHA is now one of the smaller maps, although it seems like immense when you first start. So we are going to be playing through ORSHA here. I'm sure you guys all know the backstory for this. Instead of playing the Germans, I will be playing the Soviets, which I have never tried to do before on a Army General scale. So here we go. Let's start this bad boy up. And yeah, Alex, right. You want our AI on hard, of course. Let's do it. Yeah, I know the Soviets almost always have like a lot more
June 21st,
so
1944. On the Western Front, heavy fighting has been taking place for the last 2 weeks in Normandy. While on the Eastern Front, the situation is much quieter since the end of the Soviet Spring Offensive, the army to the gates of Belarus. It is in this sector of the front that the Soviets are now secretly building their strength during the early weeks of summer 1944. Codename, Operation Bagration. Its objectives, to trap and destroy the German Army Group Center in order to open the way for the quick capture of Warsaw. To achieve these goals, the Soviet Army intends to crush the main German strongpoints at Vitebsk, ORSHA, Mogilev, and Bobruisk within the first hours or days of the offensive. Nowhere more than ORSHA are the Germans ready to receive the Soviet assault. Waiting in strong positions they have held all winter against repeated Soviet assaults, and reinforced since then, they are confident they can once more break the enemy's offensive. ORSHA is the main hub and key of the whole German defensive system, and therefore defended by the best troops. But the Soviets have learned from their winter failures and have devised new tactics, especially to crack open this stronghold. On June 23rd, in the wake of an artillery and air bombardment such as the Eastern Front has never seen, elite Soviet assault troops crash into the most determined German resistance.
"24 hours after the initial Soviet attack on Vitebsk, its garrison is on the verge of collapsing."
So they kind of said it all there in that intro. One of the best intros there. I wish they had one for Mogilev and for Vitebsk and Bobruisk, but obviously we can't do all those campaigns in game, so we're focusing on ORSHA here. The obviously the most critical point, the road and railroad hub. So we do want to probably attack up
All
to the north
signs
here.
now point toward ORSHA as the next target, which the Soviet 11th Guards Army is about to attack with strong combat engineer support. ORSHA is a crucial road and railroad hub, one of the main strongpoints on the German front. So important is this city that Hitler has earmarked it as a fortress, meaning it has to be defended to the last man. 2 of the best German divisions, the 78th Sturm Division and the 25th Panzer Grenadier Division, are defending this sector, ready to counterattack the Soviets wherever they might break through.
Yeah, so here you can see this main rail line here and highway running almost parallel here up to Bobber. in which another campaign, you have your Tiger tanks defending there, the LVF troops. But in this one, I mean, we have Tolichin, which is I think our ultimate objective, if I remember correctly. And then lots of German defenses around Orsha and the main highway.
But their northern flank is held by the 256th Infantry Division, a unit destroyed and rebuilt too many times with too many raw recruits. Your objective is to take control of the Moscow-Minsk highway. Once Tolichin is secured, we will unleash the 5th Guards tank army on the German rear. Choose your axis of attack well. The highway will allow for the fastest movement, but it is also the most heavily defended sector. Primary objective: capture Tolichin on June 29th p.m. at the latest. Secondary objective: capture Orsha.
June 29th, that's not a lot of time, I won't lie. That's difficult to say. This is interesting seeing it from our perspective here. I know the Germans have like some flak and like random rear area security units, and then AA here and their airfield, of course, Tolichin. It's a little bit difficult to say where the axis of the, where the brunt of the attack should fall. I mean, obviously, highway's the fastest. What I would like to do instead, I mean, I remember defending, these obviously were like my best equipped units. Lots of, this guy has just 9 anti-tank guns by themselves. I mean, that's a lot to crack open Soviet tanks. That's pretty dangerous. So, we don't want to go up against dug-in positions when we can't have to. Here, though, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regiments or battalions are not dug in, so we'll definitely start our attack there. What I'd like to do is break through this highway, and from there we can move down here and go in and capture Tolichin. We want to move this way. And then at the same time we can cut this way if we'd like to, but really my objective is Tolichin. I'd rather not worry about Orsha until I'm sure I can take it. What I definitely want to do is move here, down to here. There's no reason to attack on every sector of the front simultaneously. That's a little bit silly. I want to focus my offensive in one area. See if these guys can dig in. This is kind of a weird unit to have dig in, but let's dig them in. And we want these guys to start... I want troops to start moving up here, so let's withdraw our tanks. This is kind of like how we did in the Finland campaign, that we're going to mass all of our tank reserve for a decisive attack on the enemy flank. No reason to leave our fellas just chilling here like this. I mean, let's dig these infantry in case they do attack. I want that bridge to be secure. I don't want them ever being able to take that out. But let's dig them in here. Just dig in, take away those action points. These guys can dig in later. Let's move those guys up here and then establish some AA positions. We've got aircraft. And I see we've got all of our units here. So we'll choose what reinforcements to do later. First, I think I will attack with this group. This is one division, I guess, into right here. If we can get to Gorky, we can start moving down this way, hopefully stress the enemy out. But no attack in the center. I'm withdrawing my units. There's no purpose, no reason to do something like that. Let's move up our IA here and get some AA cover going. We'll establish that next turn. These guys can all... I want this to be like a southern pincer here. But mostly, I want everybody coming up this way, around here, this hook. We're going to treat the game like that, where all of our units as possible are going to be moving up this way. I assume the Germans won't be attacking too much, but I really can't say. And these guys can dig in, since they're facing the enemy here. We could bombard them. I don't want them moving or doing anything. So let's bombard for now. Same with here. I mean, we don't want them moving. We don't want them attacking my frontline units until they're dug in. So we'll use their bombardment capabilities to that effect. We'll bombard these guys here. that's all fine and dandy here. Let's move our A, of course. That's critical. Now we're gonna commence an attack here on the northern flank. If we can break through here, I want to move maybe this guy down to Babanovici. Dig in. This would be like a shoulder to the front. So if they can hold Babanovici, the rest of our forces can hook over and start moving onto this highway. Either go down to ORSHA or hook across to here, and then eventually, if we can get guys in here, we can start to hook around this way and just cut everything off. If they stay in their static positions, I would love that. If they attack me, things will be a little rough, but I think they'll stay defending, and so that'll put us in a really good spot. We don't want them doing anything productive, of course. Let's begin our offensive up here. I'm tempted to move this guy up, but we have to destroy this first, so let's prepare battle. I want to attack this and then this, so I mean, the AI really likes to use planes in their first battles, so I'm going to bring some fighters. Maybe we'll have some dogfighting, maybe I'll be shooting down some bombers, like who knows, and then some artillery. Yeah, I guess some artillery. The next turn, attacking this, we'll bring in this, and this to destroy this. But for now, let's begin this battle. I think I just saw the enemy deploy something up here. It might just be a type fighter wing. It might be like Heinkel's. I hope it's Heinkel's or something like that. That would be good because we could just put a lot of losses. But if it's fighters, then like that's fine. We'll engage them like all the same. And here we go. The close support wing, so maybe fighters. I don't know yet. Very familiar map. I defended this many times with the Germans. Taking up positions here, here, but they won't have the benefit of all those anti-tank guns, and so I'm anticipating that we'll do much better. I have to admit, I'm not. Whenever I would attack with the Germans, I'd only do it with like overwhelming superiority in terms of I'd only attack with overwhelming superiority in terms of tanks, so I'm not very versed in just infantry assaults. I'm not super comfortable with them, but we're going to learn over the course of this campaign how to assault, that's for sure, because with the Germans, I would only do it, like I said, when positions were just, when the status of my guys was really not in question. Have some snipers, debark, whatever there. I want them to be able to cover like this flank. This is going to be a defensive flank here for sure. If we can just defend this, that would be just fine and dandy with me. The attack is going to take place right here, right up through here. So let's mass up our troops here. The DP through Vargia are probably the best ones that I have because they have the 2 machine guns. But that's fine. Yeah, I think that'll work. That should do it. We'll get these guys to secure this flank ground here. We could put out some SG-43s too. For whatever enemy aircraft there are, I want to have some guys up. So let's just get 1, 2... Oh, I have bombers. That's beautiful. Let's get... These have heavy bombs. Let's get those in. That should work nicely. And then for here, we want to secure this. So let's grab more Gavardia. A commander. He can unload like there or something. They're gonna load up there.
Готов, товарищ. Доставлю вас туда в долю секунды. Да, товарищ.
I really want that town taken, but this is the most important thing, pressing through here and gaining control of this hill, because this hill is the center of this entire map. Once this is taken, then we're in good shape no matter what. So let's get some recon out on the edge here. And that should be everything. I know they don't have AA, so we'll bring out our fighters instantly. We'll fast move them here, up to here. And I think everyone else is on the move properly. If they have fighters, they're going to respond now with their own. If not, then we'll bombers can help take out any resistance from heavy guns.
Куда мы направляемся?
What the hell are those guys? I hear marching noises. There they are, alright. Well, they can just patrol and do whatever they'd like to, I guess. I don't really mind. I don't really care.
Там ведь фашисты, то я их обнаружу.
Good job there, taking them on.
Все наружу.
Looks like things are progressing fairly well everywhere.
Ваша карета вас ждет, товарищ.
Forgot to have them unload, but that's alright. It's whatever.
Все наружу.
Oh
Осторожнее,
boy, look
враг
at that. They're
рядом.
cutting them right behind us. It's totally on me, because I'm retarded. That's alright. IG-18. Looks like they got some posted.
Готов, товарищ.
We need these guys to bomb that ASAP. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're gonna kill that.
Готовьтесь к встрече.
Oh, and here we go. We have Stukas, which are probably the best thing that they could have deployed because I like destroying Stukas. I like that they deployed Stukas while I just have fighters up. Let's take a moment of silence to appreciate this. These guys are just being shredded. These poor, poor infantry here. I mean, that's a lot of fire. Drop those bombs. There you go. Good boy.
Борис, ложись!
And now they can start taking on those.
Полный боевой
Let's
готовность,
pause.
товарищ.
Let's in place. These are good positions for them, I think.
Гори в аду. И топчи.
Oh man, they're about to drop their loads.
Одним фашистам меньше.
We really do not want that happening. Our guys are in good positions here. It looks like
Разговорчики в
the
строю.
flank is secure. From what I can see. I want to throw more support behind this main attack. So we'll add in mortars. And some of those for good measure. I'm seeing good support here on part of the plains. I wish I had another bomber available, because that thing's going to cut my guys up. Oh, I do.
Я 312.
What am I complaining about? Lovely.
Когда-нибудь стану асом.
Very nice. Nice
Боеприпасов
and
не
easy.
осталось.
Nice and easy.
Санитар!
We've got some of their MG08. Looks like they have just old machine guns. I forgot, but now I'm remembering some of the units I commanded in this sector.
Санитар!
We can get some with lighter bombs for that MG. Our mortars are coming up now, which is nice.
Борис,
Yeah.
ложись!
SG-43.
Боеприпасов не осталось.
I see this position is all secure,
Готов к приказам.
which is lovely. I want everybody here to storm this hill.
Стрелки готовы! Вижу противника!
We'll get another fighter on patrol. Just to cover. Yeah, it looks like we needed that. I don't know if these guys are doing much damage. Like, this plane is pretty damaged here, so I'm gonna evac him. But like, for the most part,
Управляйте.
we're doing pretty good against these planes. I mean, they're kind of making a pass and like knocking them out with one go. I mean, it's pretty
Стану
deadly,
асом.
from what I can tell.
Впереди противник. Готовьтесь к
Ooh,
встрече.
wow. Yeah, I lost one there.
Жду указаний.
Furthermore, it looks like that Stuka's about to take most of my guys out. These are probably the best ones, these lags. Are they going for the machine guns? I assume so. Look at you, Germans destroying our churches of the motherland. Horrible, horrible.
вас громко и четко. Когда-нибудь стану асом.
Yeah, this position is pretty good right now. Like the
Так
way
точно.
that our units are deployed. I'm happy with this.
Меняю курс.
Now we'll just buy more full support aircraft, I
Взвод
think.
построен и ждет приказа. Вижу противника. Зацепили.
We could actually benefit from some anti-tank guns maybe even here. I don't know. No, we're probably just gonna get some artillery.
Борис, ложись.
Есть два типа пилотов. Охотники и добыча. Управляйте.
I just
Санитар.
don't really want those bombers getting away. I want to prevent that as much as I can.
Бак пустой. Сматываю удочки.
We have some bombers available. I don't know. I don't want them to hit these targets necessarily. I'd like them to.
Да, товарищ.
They don't have to do that.
Выдвигаемся.
Should I get there? Let's see what's in there. In terms of ground units, what else? Do we have one? Yeah, I don't want to waste it just in case he gets hit by an IG-18 or something. Looks like almost all my infantry units are like nearly full strength, which is good. A lot of them are showing up now though, so that's definitely noteworthy. Would like to get some machine guns up on that hill so I can control the surrounding ground once we actually have it properly, and plus we have so many in that reserve company to use.
Вот ваш координат.
And F it, we're gonna use some ground support
Сделали их.
because we can. We have enough points.
Борис, ложись.
Боеприпасов не осталось. Слышу вас громко и четко.
Зацепили.
111 готов.
Good stuff. We wiped out their commandant there of their unit, one of these divisions. One of these regiments, that is. I think I saved my guys from being in a little bit of a pinch there with that bombing attack.
Прикончили, гад.
I do want to keep an eye on my infantry and make sure none of them get too depleted. I don't want any, like, losing any infantry groups that I don't have to.
Санитар.
Двигайте, бойцы.
Отделение ждет команды.
Yeah, we got there in a minor defeat now. 7 minutes. 7 minutes.
Бак пустой. Сматываю удочки.
Could probably use more fighters.
Жду указаний.
Well, I mean, actually, it looks like our fighters that we have are handling things pretty okay. Maybe just more infantry. We don't have too much, but I mean, machine guns will fix most problems, right? Like, that's... Does that make sense? I think that looks like a good thing to deploy. I don't even know. We could definitely put out some of these mortars. Try to give some close support with that.
Зацепили. В атаку.
If these guys-
Ура!
Maybe those guys can try to take that out. I'll make sure my planes aren't damaged. We're doing a real number on them, that's for sure, like air-wise. We're shredding their bombers. We only lost one plane.
Санитар.
Бак пустой. Сматываю удочки.
Вижу противника.
товарищ.
Вытащите меня отсюда!
Yeah, fire will, you guys. I want you to shred like whatever you come across.
Флаг пустой. Сматываю.
Санитар!
Ooh boy, I've got a lot of enemies incoming here. Let's make sure the sky is full of our planes.
Стану асом.
Fine. You poor
Борис,
guys.
ложись!
I think those are going for my artillery because they're just lasering straight in toward them.
Вхожу в зону ПВО.
Отделение ждет команды.
Flank attack them there.
Отделение ждет команды. Сделали их.
Yeah, I want to get all the flags that we can, definitely.
Вставай, страна.
Когда-нибудь стану асом.
Санитар!
Гори в аду.
I think that artillery fire is having some good effect there.
Есть приказ, командир.
Вижу противника.
Let's get one of them to hit that, and another one to hit this pocket of resistance.
Санитар! В атаку! Ура!
Я почти сухой.
Борис, ложись!
Yeah, that definitely helped out.
Да, товарищ капитан.
We've just got 2 men there
Шагом
left that have to
марш!
machine units, so I don't want them to stay
Приготовиться к бою.
operating there. Especially, I think they're taking some friendly fire. from the artillery. Here, we've got some guys running out of ammo, but no serious losses. Here, it looks like all these are almost full strength, which is really good to see.
Отделение ждет команды.
Let's have them just cross-country trek and just kill everything they find.
Все наружу.
Let's get more artillery firing, just because we can. We have plenty of points now.
Зацепили! Ваше приказание.
We're having a good effect on these. The infantry.
Зацепили!
We can even
Есть
get one of
приказ,
the bombers to
командир.
hit that now.
Шагом марш!
Флаг пустой. Сматываю удочи.
Yeah, we want these guys to fall back now at this point. Mortars are pitching in
Флаг не осталось.
to good effect there.
Еще один готов. Я почти сухой.
Please do fire well.
Прямое попадание.
Нужны боеприпасы! Борис, ложись!
You know, I think we could try to seize that little town now. Support group rest, some more mortars can come up, no doubt.
Впереди противник. Готовьтесь к встрече.
We don't have a lot of planes active at the moment, though. I'm glad they're spending a lot of their reinforcement points on these planes, so that means they're deploying less ground forces, which is good because I have less opposition, but bad in that we're not able to kill as many of their ground units and remove them from the field, essentially. Looks like we've got some counter battery fire
Жду ваших
happening.
приказов, товарищ капитан.
Don't want to lose any of
Мы
this
тут
if I don't
5 дней
have to.
гостили. Да?
Примкнуть штыки!
Yeah, it looks like one of my SG-44s is just destroyed. SG-43s, that is.
Отделение ждет команды.
And,
Прямое
that
попадание.
A122 I told to retreat also got hit, I think, sadly. But I mean, we're gonna major defeat them.
Нужны боеприпасы! Второй взвод! Выдвигаемся!
I don't really have much left.
312-й. Готов к боевым действиям. В нас попали.
Oh, another artillery piece down. That sucks.
Подбросить. Боеприпасов не осталось.
But I guess it can't be helped. This is just
Борис, ложись!
fire and counter fire. If I was watching, I probably could have
Патронов нет!
ordered my planes to bomb the exact spots where that artillery is, like, but I don't have time to watch. And yikes, looks like that thing could hit my artillery, which I don't want. Battle's basically over. I don't think there's any need to deploy new units.
Зацепили!
Well, actually, that's wrong. Let's try to kill as many of these guys as we can.
Когда-нибудь стану асом. Waffen niederlegen, Männer.
That's not gonna bitch its run. That's alright though. Tragic, tragic. Good operation though. Good first attack. 11-minute battle. We could have tried to make it drag on for a little longer to get more kills, but that's kind of tricky. To not take more casualties, that is. Looks like some of these pilots became aces right here. Filomenko, you get a hero of the Soviet Union. Silvestrov, you get a hero of the Soviet Union. And these 50 mils actually perform pretty well when just clumped with a bunch of troops. Losses wise, yeah, this artillery. So, their aircraft. Oh, so this SG-40 was killed by bomber. Okay. And so their ground troops did no damage to our. I mean, obviously they cut down our infantry squads, but they didn't wipe out any of them. Mostly because I tried to cycle them when I could, and because I had so many numbers. And yeah, this is good. Only the biggest killer was the artillery. They just had some counterfire and hitting my support weapons, but no infantry squads down and just some support weapons and some. I mean, I'd like to have the artillery, of course, but that's okay. This guy did good, particularly knock out that SIG, which was nice. So that was good on that artillery guy, and then obviously just my aircraft just tore it up. Did a good job. So I think that's it for that battle. So, we have our after-action report, our losses. I love that they break it down like this. This is really nice. Our 2 SG-43s, 1 fighter from a Stuka's tail gun, and 2 artillery pieces. They had 11, 12, and 3 losses here, it looks like. 11, 12, and 3. That is about... I mean, normally they have like 3 squadrons of 12, so it looks like we wiped out this... They used the heavy payload squadron, wiped all those out, wiped out all but 1 of the ground attack wing, and then they probably have 9 of these heavy payloads left in the other squadron. That's what I would imagine is the case. They might also have a 4th squadron with some like recon type planes that they didn't use. So they have some strength left, but mostly this first close support wing is just shredded. Very much cut down in effectiveness. They lost their infantry guns. I mean, they lost a pretty even proportion of everything that they had engaged. Oh, we only got 1 150 mil, and they took out 2 of ours from counter battery. That kind of sucks, but I mean, it's all right. You know, got 1 of these, but I mean, it's just a pretty even destruction of the units they had committed there, except for in terms of aircraft, in which they took a lot of losses. Wiped out that unit, so it's vulnerable. This guy is definitely vulnerable to counterattacks. I mean, it's at full strength, but I mean, it's just not dug in or anything. That unit, that air unit retreated, didn't get destroyed. And we have other dudes here just straight vibe and opposing me, so good first stage. Of course, we can't go crazy on our first turn. Let's see if there's more units we can move up. I mean, these we can move in to exploit the gap, I think. These are well positioned to do that. So let's move them up. Oh, here, look at this. We have a Fusiliers right here. So yeah, we want to break through, or almost, look at this, actually this is really good. We're almost at the highway now. Obviously we have to break through these guys here, but I mean, we are We could probably destroy this, cut this, and this guy will be stranded behind the lines. So that's good already. That's a matter of doing all the exploding we can. Let's attack this guy here. I want to attack with this. And, so we have recon planes. And we have bombers. I would like to use the bombers, I think. I don't know if they put an aircraft, then my bombers are screwed, but if not, then these bombers can really do work on their artillery. So let's start her up. Yeah, it doesn't look like they put in fighters. That's good. Looking back, I probably should have put my fighters on air supremacy over the whole area to give my recon and bombers like freedom to join the battles without fear of enemy fighters, but I didn't think of that, so now we're here. Here we go. Artillery, assault regiment. This is the good guys. They're really good German units, and then 456 infantry. This is a little bit less conducive to me because a lot of this is open fields. I don't like any of this one bit. Probably the focus, since I have so much infantry, I'm just going to try to power right through the town here, and then use that focus and then slowly turn and use flings to secure this line maybe, but definitely push right through the town. Independent high-powered artillery group. Bombers, so not a ton of infantry at our disposal, but these Soviet regiments are pretty well equipped, honestly, in terms of like their units, so this is fine. I like that the GB Combatancy have the SVT-40s. It means they won't run ahead of the men like the Avto squad leaders will. We want to secure those positions for sure. We want to get some preliminary reconnaissance done with these Snipiri, maybe bomb whatever they can spot. I think we're kind of having a pattern here. On one side I defend, on the other side I attack. We'll have another attack group here for sure. These guys, these unload here and start pushing across. We'll put these guys with them just for fun. I don't really like splitting my main effort, but I feel like it's something necessary in this case. But yeah, I don't like how my units are kind of having to be split up across the front. I want to really have a decisive presence in one area. So we'll use that by adding all these. That should do the job just fine. Obviously, recon is vital. So we want to have good eyes on what's going on. And then finally, well, I mean, I say recon is vital. Let's actually just put our money where our mouth is, and just by bombers and recon. Is everybody moving? I think they are. That's perfect. And we'll put our PE2 to survey the ground in front of their main axis of advance. Contact being made. They're gonna try to seize these towns here, I guess, like preliminarily. Oh, they have flak. They have flak. Good to know. Let's target those. Target position and just rain down fire on them. Yeah, those guys are dead now. That flak could really tear up my units in advance, so I'm pretty nervous about that, honestly.
Так точно.
Прерываю задание. 213 ждет указаний. Сюда. Все наружу.
Yeah, these guys are really getting damaged by that flak. It's pretty annoying. And we didn't actually kill them there either. Those flak guns will absolutely shred our infantry.
Я в бой.
Hell no. We
Вижу
don't want that to
противника.
happen. Can they direct fire? I didn't think so. Oh no, they're indirect. They just have good accuracy there. Oh well, that's fine.
Сделали их.
These guys just backed up by a phalanx of machine
Я
guns.
больше не могу.
Let's have them
Разговорчики в
just
строю.
literally all fall back. I don't want them to face that artillery. I don't want them to run forward into it, I should say.
Там уже больше ничего.
Сделали
Dying
их.
for my next reinforcement.
Вижу противника.
Turn here. In fact, I'll use 2 bombers. I want to make sure that they're really neutralized.
Слышал, у вас проблема с жуками, товарищ.
Because those guys really suck. My goodness gracious. Looks like they have like a counter-offensive happening as well here. I don't really know the AI behavior that well. But that's what it looks like to me here, is they're like doing a counter-offensive
Прикончили гадов.
with the like the most well-trained units that they have.
Прицелы.
Зацепили.
Well, that did something.
Оружие на изготовку. Санитар.
Yeah, their infantry guns are in place too close. My guys are cutting them up. We need bombers to take care of this again. This is a bit of a tougher fight than last time, for sure. Mostly because they're not just spending all their points on like useless bombers.
Разговорчики в строю. Прикончили гадов.
We have some bombers available.
Эскадрилья готова.
I feel like we should hit this first. Here.
Понял вас, 211. Врача.
Offensive going well in this
Черт
sector.
побери. Я сухой. Лечу обратно.
Зацепили.
Бычий
Yeah, that
глаз.
was nice. These are great. If these guys had been using the last map, they would have been so down. The 44s would have been perfect for that engagement range, but here they're just outranged by my massive infantry machine guns.
Ничего не движется.
Yeah, you can't march through such many machine guns.
Прикончили гадов.
Sorry, I should know how the game works. I may have to form another attack force for the center here. It's kind of looking like that.
Оружие заряжено.
Прикончили гадов.
Yeah, I want that flat gun destroyed.
Замечен противник.
And that one too, that needs to go.
Замечены фашисты. Проверить прицелы.
It needs to go away.
Глядеть в оба.
Прерываю задание. 213 ждет указаний. В меня бьют со всех сторон. Вижу противника.
Борис, ложись!
Ooh, they
Вижу
got
противника.
troops dug in all over the place up there.
Бычий глаз. Бомбардировщик готов.
Let's hit that now. Let's hit that instead.
Ничего не движется.
Ваши приказания? Глядеть в оба!
Alright, that works. Ooh, goodbye, you two leaders.
Борис, ложись!
It's a lot of machine gun fire. These guys need replacements and troops like very soon. Because they're facing a lot of fire.
Сбрасываю яйца.
Вам нужен заградительный огонь. Ищи фашистов. Если там есть фашисты, то я их обнаружу.
We want to get a foothold in that town there. Yeah, I think these guys should fall back. It's time for them
Продолжать
to go.
движение!
Ничего не движется. К полету готов.
I don't want to run out of infantry in this engagement. We'll get our leader up too there, our commander.
Борис, ложись!
Куда мы направляемся? Доставлю вас туда в долю секунды. Доложить нечего.
Вытащите меня отсюда!
Good pushing up there.
Бычий глаз.
Вам нужен заградительный огонь.
Больше не могу.
Все бойцы.
Very good.
Бомбардировщик готов.
Offensive
Вытащите меня
here. Not
отсюда!
doing better, although not ideal.
Эта штука убивает фашистов.
Зацепили! Страна
Looks like somehow they all got
огромная.
paralyzed, and maybe they took some fire.
213 готов
Something
на
I didn't see.
удар.
Зацепили!
Ищи выжидите.
Держите ухо востро. Вижу противника. Зацепили! Оружие на изготовку!
Let's move them up to
Я
there.
больше не могу.
Все наружу.
Wow, we have a very rich environment for our bombers here. Perfect.
Оружие завязано.
Да, товарищ.
Вытащите меня отсюда!
Готовы, товарищ капитан.
Well, now they're the ones with the minor defeat on their hands, so that's good.
Ищи выжидите.
Примкнуть штыки!
I think we need some reinforcements. Wow, we have no more reinforcements. Alright, that sucks. Let's get a leader up at least. It's gonna offer some firepower and these for closer range support. These guys can
Отделение
go over
ждет
here and do
команды.
that.
Он тяжелый.
Борис, ложись!
К полету готов. Как рыба в
I
бочке.
really want that artillery neutralized.
Замечены фашисты. Замечены целые.
За родину! Зацепили! Сделали их!
Замечены фашисты. Целые.
Санитар! Ваши приказания? Приказы, хлопцы. Вставай, страна огромная. Путь свободен, пошли.
We might need to fall back here to this line of defenses. Because that is untenable at the moment.
Оружие заряжено.
No, we'll use that. We want to buy recon to kill that thing.
Бычий глаз.
Meanwhile, we do have some more assets available. Let's try to use some of that out and kill some targets. Nice, good kills there. Good
Вижу
kills.
противника.
Good, the situation isn't so bad as I
Черт
thought
побери.
there.
Я в бой. Лечу обратно.
Глядеть в оба. Стрелки готовы.
Oh boy, let's get another counteroffensive.
Черт
Away.
побери. Я в бой. Лечу обратно.
That was very nice. That was very nice. I think we need to juggle some Abtomashiki around up here. Maybe
Вставай,
move them
страна огромная.
Bomber. Or these guys, I guess, as well.
Борис, ложись!
I think some good position there were obtained by us.
Сделали их! Санитар! Вижу противника!
Yeah, they got that flag back for themselves, that's for sure.
Зацепили!
Слушай,
Вижу противника!
как там с ПВО противника?
Snapery doing absolute work on that battery Führer, getting us to position like almost by itself, honestly.
Слышал, у вас проблема с жуками, товарищ? Оружие заряжено.
Порядочные кусочки,
They
товарищ.
just need to stay there so they can be spotted.
Черт
That's
побери.
embarrassing. The enemy is ready to do a machine gun like that. Yikes. Sucks for them.
Ничто не выживет.
Вытащите меня отсюда!
Now we're getting a good cycle of bombers. We have so much that it's starting to have a
Борис,
real
ложись!
effect.
Бомбардировщик готов.
Борис, ложись!
I also want to get more Aptomachiki up here to defend this flank. One there,
Сделали
probably
их!
one there.
Капит, товарищ.
Санитар! Да, товарищ капитан. Отделение ждет команды.
I hate pressing the offensive with them, but that's all I have there for like longer range firepower, so I think I have to.
Замечены фашисты. Проверить прицелы.
Оружие на изготовку!
Носилки!
Now pretty much every that we see targets, I want them to be able to be knocked out.
213 ждет указаний.
Прикончили гадов!
Ничто не выживет.
Yeah, keep hitting all those things. That's what we want.
Борис, ложись!
Посмотри, я сухой. Лечу обратно.
Все наружу. Такси готово.
Приземлил его.
We want to really be killing that arty. There goes some of it there.
Ничто не выживет.
Вижу противника! Оружие на изготовку!
Ничего не движется.
Без нас вы были бы слепы. Ничто не выживет.
Зацепили! Вижу противника!
Черт побери, я сухой.
Yeah,
Лечу
I definitely want
обратно.
to flatten this area. Because there's a lot of bad guys back there.
Стрелки готовы!
That looks fine to me. Oh, it looks like the guys that tried to cross here got killed. That sucks. We have another bomber ready. Excellent.
Ничто не выживет.
This area's about to get wrecked by bombs.
Зацепили!
Приземлил его.
Well, front line's moving a little bit. Not sure
Ваши приказания?
exactly how much of an effect that
Санитар!
had, but that's fine. The enemy offensive actually succeeded here in this sector and took back all this ground. The last guys that we have to bring out are snipers and stuff like that to just try to get this front line established for us.
Зацепили! Отделение ждет команды.
Yeah, I'd like to gain more ground, but I mean, just holding this and
Эскадрилья
shredding
готова.
the enemy mortars and stuff is actually okay by me.
Огонь на поражение.
Сделали их!
Слышу, у вас проблема с жуками, товарищ. готов к атаке! Бычий глаз!
Let's hit that.
Ничто не выживет! К полету готов!
We knew there were guys up there, so we can just bomb it.
Заметил противника.
I actually don't know who's gonna win that fight.
Черт побери! Я сухой! Лечу обратно!
Есть такая профессия. Родину защищать.
Приземлил его!
Oh, we have a muzzle flash there that we can hit.
213 ждет указаний.
Зацепили!
Управление!
Possible
Я
firing
готов к
happening over
атаке!
here as well. Is it on the move or is it stationary?
Врача!
Смерть с высоты! Пусти на муравьев отсюда похоже. К полету готов.
Замечены фашисты.
Oh boy, yeah, you better run, kiddo.
213 ждет указаний.
Вижу противника! Санитар!
Yeah, hopefully that does the job that I want to.
Взвод построен и ждет приказа. Глядеть в оба!
Пусти на муравьев отсюда похоже.
Вижу противника!
Muzzle flash here.
Зацепили!
Next up, I should have bought some.
Эскадрилья готова.
Oh, perfect. This is what we need all those bombers for. I was gonna say I should have brought some artillery instead, but this is completely acceptable. I will hammer them like into oblivion there now that we have their like location.
К полету готов. Бил его.
That would be the worst thing to see if you're on the ground and see all those bombers go over. Just have a shower of bombs come down like that over your positions.
Бычий глаз.
Замечены фашисты. Проверить прицелы. Ищи фашистов.
Well, now that we're up here, I really do kind of want to get a major, like obtain a major defeat on these enemies.
Ничто не выживет.
So I think we can do it. I think we definitely have the capability.
Черт побери. Я сухой. Лечу обратно. Просто укажите цель.
Ah, so many targets once again.
Борис, ложись!
Ничто не выживет. Наготове. Им
They may have
крышка.
kind of run out of their heavy artillery, so they're just using mortars now, I think. Yeah, they still got guys there.
Борис, ложись!
We can fix that.
Слышал, у вас проблема с жуками, товарищ?
Замечены фашисты.
Now we can start bringing in our artillery.
Топливо на исходе. Черт побери, я сухой. Лечу обратно. Бычий глаз!
Fire at will. Fire at will.
За родину!
За родину! Хо-хо-хо.
Да, товарищ.
Замечены фашисты.
Проверить прицелы.
I don't like them.
К полету готов.
One bit. One bit.
Ангелы смерти уже в пути. К полету готов. Ничто не выживет.
It looks like the guys have no
Просто
weapons whatsoever.
укажите цель.
So, it's fine. They're gonna go down.
Заметили.
Приземлил его.
Wish I had marked that machine gun position for myself.
Бомбардировщик готов. Бычий глаз. Черт побери, я сухой. Лечу обратно. Просто укажите цель.
I'm an equal opportunity provider.
Черт побери.
Okay, good.
Я
Yeah, they're all
сухой.
firing at will. That's what I
Лечу
want.
обратно. 213 ждет указаний. Бычий глаз. Черт побери, я сухой. Лечу обратно.
I missed it again. I know there's somewhere
Отделение
around
ждет
here.
команды.
Бычий глаз.
I just don't know exactly where in here they are.
Ничто не выживет. К полету готов.
Нас попали.
Oh my goodness, they're actually killing my arty.
К атаке. Черт побери, я сухой. Лечу обратно.
It's time for you guys to not exist. I think 2 bombers per infantry squad is
Я готов к
appropriate.
атаке.
They probably killed that AT gun, judging by the way the front line is
Борис,
shrinking.
ложись! Патронов нет!
Wow, these guys actually have to get out.
Борис, ложись!
Мы готовы.
Приземлил его.
Yeah, see ya, Artie.
Топливо на исходе.
Свод построен и ждет приказа.
Looks like they have set up shop finally, so I can hit them.
Ничто не выживет.
A bomber per quarter just to make sure that nothing makes it out properly.
Сделали их!
Зачем?
Ничто не выживет.
У нас потери.
It looks like they actually got more reinforcements because I think they're moving out again to attack.
Прикончили гадов!
Черт побери, я сухой. Лечу обратно. К полету готов.
I think that's definitely what I'm seeing here.
Наготове. Черт побери, я сухой. Лечу обратно. Как рыба в бочке. Приземлил Приземлил его.
Вижу противника.
Oh, there, we got another target presenting itself.
Как рыба в бочке.
This is what a lot of this is just identifying and destroying targets as soon as you see them.
Эскадрилья готова.
Борис, ложись!
Заметил противника.
Взвод построен и ждет приказа.
As much as I'd like to say otherwise, I don't think I have the capability to turn this into like a major victory.
Ничто не выживет. Черт побери, я сухой. Лечу обратно. Что у вас проблема с жуками, товарищ? Черт побери, я сухой. Лечу обратно. Приземлил его.
Ah, taking casualties is just the worst.
Заметил противника. 213-й ждет указаний. Где на муравьев отсюда похожи?
Yeah, that's what you get for trying to advance across open ground like that.
Вижу противника.
Полету готов. Заметил
Got
противника.
the tree is just sitting right there.
Порезались на кусочки, товарищ.
I will gladly take care of them.
Вижу противника.
Бил его. Эскадрилья готова. Все понял.
В атаку! Ура! Борис, ложись!
Все наружу.
Заметен противник.
Oh, looks like there's bad guys.
Слышал, у
in
вас
this
проблема с
building here.
жуками, товарищ. Ничто не выживет. Сбрасываю яй.
Yeah, we can take them, no problem. Just designate an attack like every single target seen with
Ничто не
bombers.
выживет. Просто укажите цель. Слышал, у вас проблема с жуками, товарищ. Лечу обратно.
Еще один готов.
Still didn't kill him. Still, good lord.
Без нас вы были
Terrible.
бы слепы.
It's terrible.
Все снаряды израсходованы, товарищ.
Уже в пути, управление. Ничто не выживет.
Патронов нет!
Эскадрилья готова. Ничто
These
не
guys are
выживет.
actually really resilient to bombing when they're in forests.
Яблочко.
За родину!
Glad their AA is gone, but just even without it, it's just tough enough knocking these guys out.
Вставай, страна огромная.
At this point, I'm just trying to hold on for like 3 more minutes.
Просто укажите цель.
Сделали их.
Просто укажите цель. К полету готов. Баки сухие. Возвращаюсь на аэродром.
Just keep knocking out everything you see.
Оружие на изготовку. Вижу противника.
How have you not killed him yet, bro?
Прямое попадание.
Оружие заряжено.
Oh, 14 seconds left. This battle's basically over. It's lasted for quite a while. Minor victory. 30-minute battle. 37 to 189. So, I mean, we got more stuck in here than in other places. We shouldn't have the manpower to push through like on that other map. Yeah, good amount of losses here that we were able to cause, especially with our bombers. I'm sure that artillery unit was pretty much devastated. And all their flak is, all their native flak is gone, but the presence of that like elite regiment from the elite regiment from the south, I think the Sturm troops really did a number of my guys. Without them, I would have had this well in hand. And mostly just the bombers doing a lot of damage. The 203s doing some stuff at the end. Losses wise, we did lose a B203, I think. Maybe 2. I know just at least 1. Lost a lot of our SG-43s. These are really, really superior. I mean, we're lucky in that we're committing some very like Soviet troops in this theater are very well equipped. This is kind of like the central drive, like the main theater against the Germans. But like up north, when you have Maxims, they're even worse against MG-42s, and even SG-43s just can't hold up. MG-42s, look at this. They're doing all the damage. They're just, so that's a note to self, is that if I notice that again, I need to destroy as many of those as I can. Because the Schützen didn't do that much damage. Other than that, it was just some artillery, but not actually much artillery either. Really, the MG-42s are things need to go. Alright, that's the end of that. Yeah, there's our 2 or 3 we lost. I mean, they lost a lot of arty, alright, like, that's fine. This is a lot, I mean, this is probably about like half their mortars, maybe a little more, I don't remember. I think they just have 3 or 4 of these, and then that's a lot of artillery losses, obviously. We killed all their AA. Yeah, I mean, just about, you know, that's about what I expected. We have taken one of the objectives I said were my critical things. We've taken Babinowski. These are at our mercy now. Really, I mean, they're so weak. This guy has 1 artillery gun left. This is like a 80% strength. This is full strength, but this, not anymore. This, devastated. This is full strength. So, we could take these out at our leisure, or we could just ignore them and keep moving this way. Secure this road, because later we'll encircle them all anyway, come around. So it's fine. I think, lastly, I would like to... We have no units able to perform an assault. Okay. So, let's get our guys down into like assault positions, basically get them real nice up and close and personal to the enemy. We'll move this guy in and dig him in. He'll stay here for the rest of the game while these keep moving on with the offensive. We want to be able to attack this sector here. Oh, and yeah, they have more guys back at Gorky. That makes sense. It's a smart decision on their part to keep their men there like that. This, let's move these guys back. I want them part of the main attack up there. Same with these. They don't need to be back there. These, we'll dig them in. Well, let's move them up to like here and then try to dig in here just to keep these guys contained. Hopefully these guys don't move out and cause problems, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. other than that, we're basically done here. I mean, this we're gonna keep back. It's very satisfying to see that. Finally, we're just going to... I would do recon, but well, let's do some recon, actually. Yeah, so this is the flak that they have. Their support wing, yeah, so I was right. They did have 4 different groups. Their air recon is intact. But then, yeah, this... So, I mean, yeah, they're at like 30% capacity overall. That's good. These guys just participated in the fighting. Here we have our bombers. So, what do I want to bring in? I kind of want to bring in these Sturmovix, right? Yeah, these are nice. These are beautiful, beautiful boys here. Lovely, lovely. But I think I need ground ships to be able to follow up my offensive operations. So, we'll wait on the aircraft for now. See, I don't really need this stuff. Like, I don't need all the... Well, okay, that's a lot of artillery. I won't lie, actually. That's actually kind of nice. This is actually a really good unit. But, let's see. I just want tanks, really. I want a spearhead. What I don't want is just more infantry divisions. I don't need those now, anyway. Tell you what, we will buy this reserve and move them up here. I want to have AA over all the sectors at the front, really. And then we cannot no longer buy this. Oh, no, we can. Just kidding. Oh, no. Yeah, we can. Okay. Yeah, so that's fine. And then finally, let's look at the casualties. We're about to end the turn. I'll end the video. So this is the end, but let's look at our casualties here. We have lost 264, 1185, so that's nice. Already taken out 2 battalions of theirs. And artillery, you can see, I mean, we've lost, like, I wouldn't say they're the same number of infantry, but, like, I've lost a fair amount as compared to them. But on artillery, it's very overmatched, partially because of my air power. We can't always expect that, but it's nice to see. I don't know how I lost this 45 mils. That's upsetting. I don't remember. Oh, no, those are the enemies. Yeah, okay, I haven't lost anything. 1 aircraft, and here they've lost plenty of aircraft, and just a couple of their tanks and AT. Later in the game, later in the thing, I think they get like a whole tank division, or like, I don't remember, but we could see some of that making an appearance. But I mean, for right now, we're where I want to be after the first turn. We're in position to start mounting an offensive here, and we are about halfway to the highway. A lot of what we're facing is just artillery, so this could actually go pretty well here. Depending on resistance and what reinforcements come from the rear. I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 like Sikarungs type groups are going to come up and reinforce here, but we'll see. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I'm going to end the turn. They're going to do their turn, but that's going to be next video. We'll stand their attack if they have one. I've never played against these guys in the defensive, and then continue our attack on this north-south highway. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Star Destroyer Gaming signing off.